Now is the time. Big decisions with the heart.
So thanks for accepting me in here. I had a question for you that I'm not sure what exactly the answer is, which is hence why it's a question.
I hope you're not asking questions you're going to know the answer to. Okay, yes, go.
So I've been building M. Jackson Inspire, my motivational speaking business, on the back of me building another business that I've been running for about 7 years. And I'm starting to get to the point now where M. Jackson Inspire is getting busy enough, successful enough, that it's getting to the point where I feel like I'm going to have to make a decision or figure out how to balance the two. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that, right? How do you know when it is time to switch to this being the full-time gig versus the part-time gig?
Big decisions with the heart. Like what gives you more energy?
Yeah. Well, this does, hands down, 100%. This does. So
why,
I guess it's
why is it not your full-time thing? Okay, so
more of a build
yep.
cash flow situation.
And what's the other thing? So M. Jackson Inspires as you're speaking. What's the other thing?
So I do consulting for like retailers and business owners and stuff like that through real estate.
Right. Okay. So, like in 5 years, what do you want to be doing?
I want to be doing speaking for sure, full time.
Okay, great. So now is the time. You transition now. Like it doesn't mean dump real estate, forget it, and go all in, and then you don't have enough runway to sustain, right? Mm-hmm. But when do you make the transition? Now. Like if M. Jackson Inspires is allowing you, X amount of cash flow, then maybe you take 2 days off of real estate and coaching, and you spend that time working on your M. Jackson Inspires. Mm-hmm. And then by next year, you could be totally out of real estate because you're spending more time focused on your business.
Got it. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. It's just for me, I want to do everything. And I'm like, okay, you can't do everything. Eventually, you're going to have to pick one or the other.
But you don't actually want, no, but you don't want to do everything. Mm-hmm. You don't want to do the real estate stuff anymore.
I mean, it's fine. I'm good at it. But
wow.
It doesn't feed my soul as
M.
much
Jackson does things that are fine. Wow.
It makes me think of have you ever watched Friends? The TV show Friends?
Yeah.
So I can't remember who the hell it was, but I think it was Ross. He's all like, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Right. Right. So I'm sure when you get on stage and you're sharing your message, do things that make you feel fine is not the takeaway you want people to have. Right? So it's okay. Like it's fine means you don't hate it, which is awesome. That's great, because if you hate it, it's where a lot of people, it's where a lot of America is at, is they hate what they're doing. So you don't hate it, awesome, but you don't love it, and you love this other thing. So you have to get to that other thing while you still don't hate this thing, because if you kept doing this for 5 more years, you would hate it.
Yeah.
So now's your time to start transitioning. If you're spending 1 to 2 full days a week working on M. Jackson Inspires, you could get a lot of work done. You could really build that business up. And then in 6 months, you could be totally out of the other thing and speaking on stages around the world. Mm-hmm. It's a lot more exciting.
Do you think I keep taking on like clients for my other business, or do I focus all recruiting and all prospecting on the new business?
I wouldn't necessarily say all. I would allocate some of my time. I would say 1 to 2 days a week. Like pick a day. Like today is going to be my YouTube day. I'm spending the day on YouTube. Taking Nina to acupuncture and then YouTube. So you pick 1 to 2 days a week, whatever you can, afford financially, and say, this is my day for M. Jackson Inspires. And then that's when you're spending your time doing outreach, making your speaking reel, all the stuff that you need to do for that business.
Okay. Got it. All right, man. I'm going to do it.
Cool. Good luck.
Perfect.
What is the core message? If somebody's seeing you on stage, they're going to leave feeling what?
2 major things. My 2 major messages are, number 1, you got to own your life. So take your adversities and use them as your gift to the world. So for me, that meant 12 surgeries back-to-back and brain surgery. And I took that as a reason to repurpose that suffering and help people inspire themselves. So that's the number one thing. Number two thing I want people to understand is that they have a responsibility to live every day like they're dying. So the neurological illness that I struggle with is not uncommon to create spontaneous fatality. So I want people to understand that you can go all in and live like you're dying, not in the traditional hokey pokey, I'm just going to go hug everybody thing, but in a standpoint of going all in on their dreams and what they want to create in the world and living that on purpose.
Yeah, I love it. And so you lived through it with all the brain stuff, and now you're going through it too. Like even now, documenting your journey of I tell people that you should live like you're dying, and now I need to do that with my business too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need to go all in on my big dream, and it's scary because I don't know if it, like whatever you're afraid of, maybe it doesn't work out, maybe nobody hires me to speak, maybe whatever. And so sharing what you've done, which is inspiring, but also taking people on the journey of what you're doing right now can be super inspiring to see the softer side, the less sure of yourself side, and still going off and doing.
Yeah.
Right?
For
the
sure.
brave side, not just what happened in the past, but what's happening right now. It'd be super cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Cool. Good luck.
All right. Thanks so much. Have a great night or day,
You too.
whatever it is.
If you have a podcast or interview show and want me to be a guest on it, I have two options for you. There's a link right there next to me. Go click it, and I look forward to being a guest on your show.